The Bison Basketball Show with NDSU head coaches Dave Richman and Jory Collins. The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life and Pepsi.
What's going on, Bison Nation, and welcome to another edition of the Bison Basketball Show. I'm Sam Neidermann, along with Bison Women's head coach Jory Collins. Great to have you with us. We're going to get into all things NDSU hoops here over the next half hour as we come down the home stretch and do what, Coach, is personally my favorite time of the year, late February, March college basketball. Good to see you. Came back home after a road trip, got a split, went out to Denver and Oral Roberts, and now get to wrap things up here at Fargo.
Yeah, excited to be home. That was, 3 games in a row on the road here late in the year. A couple of results we weren't after, Sam. Always some positive moments in there too, but for our young group, there's still plenty of learning opportunities that we found out this past week. But excited to be back in the Shack this week and finish our regular season with 2 home games too. Yeah,
Kansas City and Omaha is going to be senior day as well. Pretty hard to believe for a very impactful senior class. Well, let's take a look at the highlights from our games on the road this past week. We'll start out in the Mile High City, NDSU at Denver. Really good to have Abby Draper back in the lineup, Jory. We'll get into more of that later.
Yeah, I mean, she was fantastic in this game, and this has been a tough place for us to play, Sam. I think this is only our 2nd win at Denver in my 6 years here, so has always been a tough road trip. We made a concerted effort to be really ready to play in this one, and knowing that regardless of position in the league, that this was going to be a tough game for us, and obviously it was back and forth the entire game.
Yeah, Claire Stern had a nice night, not only just in this game, but also on the entire weekend. It was close coming out of halftime. Bison up by 3. Abby Schulte cutting into the basket for a layup. NDSU with a 37-32 lead. Mariley Simon also had some nice work off the bench.
Yeah, I thought, Murr had a great weekend, and that's exciting. She's been a little up and down this year, consistency-wise, but she's put her 2 best back-to-back games together, and we need that. We need that production off our bench, and she was really good.
Molly Lenz then feeding Draper inside. Abby with a career day. She was on from the get-go. Bison with it late 3rd quarter. And then speaking of Mariley, here she is again. She has a knack for getting the buzzer beaters at the end of quarters, this time on the putback.
She did. Great job just being in the right spot. Claire did a good job attacking the rim, and Mariley there to clean it up and just doing what she does well.
On to the 4th quarter. We led comfortably throughout the majority of that 4th, but then an 8-0 run by Denver would cut it down to a 2-point game. Corinne Watts knocks down this 3-pointer, and next thing you know, it's 61-59, 35 seconds to play. Coach, you go in, final seconds, and Abby Draper comes up with our Gate City Bank play of the game.
Yeah, we lost our composure a little bit late in the last minute and 20 seconds. We turned it over a couple times. We lost some 3-point shooters. I think they made 3 threes in 2 minutes. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-score game there with just seconds to play. We pound the ball on the post to Avery. And Drapes did what she did all game. Offensive rebound, put back at a huge time. Big momentum play, and obviously sealed the game for us.
It was the dagger as NDSU takes it 64-59. Take a look at the final numbers. A career night for Abby Draper. 28 points, 14 rebounds, the double-double in her return to the lineup. 9 points, 4 boards, and 3 helpers for Mariley Simon off the bench. Abby Schulte with 8 points and 5 steals. Coach, 44 rebounds, a season high, 9 different players cleaning up on the glass.
Yeah, we did a really good job on the glass, and obviously Drapes with 14, and I can't remember, but I think at least 4 or 5 of those were offensive rebounds and a couple of putbacks that you saw there in the highlights. That's been an emphasis of ours this year is to be a really good team on the glass. We feel like that plays to our strengths, and when we're playing well, we're rebounding the ball at a high level, and I think that was the difference in the game.
Our Nodak Insurance player of the game, who else but Abby Draper? She got it done with 28 and 14. As we mentioned, Coach, coming back in the lineup, and she capitalized.
Yeah, it was tough. She was out good 6-7 days, just not feeling well and being sick with the flu and stuff going around, and for her to come back and Be able to produce the way she did in her first game back was an unbelievable game. I think that took a little bit out of her probably for Saturday, but we needed every single point and every single rebound she got on Thursday night to get a win, and I was proud of her for toughing it out there.
No, big victory in Denver for the Bison. We'll take a look at our next game coming up in just a moment. NDSU making the road swing down to Tulsa. Bison against ORU. We'll have the highlights coming up next.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America feel better. USA. Call today.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Life is full of beautiful moments. Adventure, fun, excitement, and sometimes the unexpected can happen. With Nodak Insurance, you can keep doing what you do. Use our technology to file claims quickly online, on your phone, or lean on our award-winning service team so you can get back to what matters, living life uninterrupted. Nodak Insurance. Agents with answers.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back on into the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann, Jory Collins here with you. Let's take a look at our second game highlights of the weekend for the Bison women. Down in Tulsa, NDSU, ORU, battle of two top three teams in the Summit. Coach, it was ORU shooting the lights out there in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a really tough start for us, Sam, and it's a tough road trip with us flying and getting into and then playing a noon game on Saturday. I was really disappointed in our first 5 minutes of the game. They came out their senior day really ready to play and really just punched us in the mouth in the first 5 minutes and had a great first quarter, and we were in an uphill battle the rest of the game. I thought we did some great things later on. I thought we competed, clawed back, scratched back to a two-possession game, but it was really just too little too late in this one.
Yeah, NDSU is down 31-18 after one. Coming into the second half, it's an 8-point game here. Abby Draper on the inside, able to cut it to 6, 45. However, the Golden Eagles would keep on making shots. Bison trying to keep pace. Molly Lenz connects from the outside. She had 16 points on the afternoon. That would trim it back down to 10. But then in the fourth quarter here, Coach, the offensive rebound by Talia Jones, and then she's able to scoop up the loose change. And really, that's where ORU kind of created some separation.
Yeah, I mean, the points in the paint were just, it was an unbelievable stat. There's 66 points in the paint. We only gave up maybe 2 threes the whole game. The efficiency with which they scored in and around the basket is just unacceptable. And we got to get that fixed. Now, we've been a really good defensive team for the most part this year. You know, we hold Denver to 59 just, 36 hours prior. And then to give up that many points that kind of hurts my competitive, heart in there. And it's tough to see a team get 100 on you. And we'll do everything in our power to not let that happen again.
No doubt about it. 100-84 the final. Avery Coonan had her 7th double-double of the season with 20 and 12. Claire Stern had 16 off of the bench. As we talked about earlier, during a nice weekend for freshmen.
I thought we had several of our second group kids, our second group in rotation, come in and really be competitive in the second half and bring some fire and energy to our team. I was really proud of that group, of how they went in and competed and kept us really in the game late, within striking distance. So really good weekend for Claire, really in both games.
Why don't we take a look at the standings right now on the final weekend now of the regular season. SDSU is in the top spot at 14-0. Oral Roberts has clinched the 2 seed now at 12-3. There we are at the 3, Coach. 9-5. St. Thomas behind at 8-6, and then the rest of the league sub 500 in seeds 5 through 9. 2 more home games coming up to close out the regular year. We're going to have Kansas City and Omaha inside the Shack. It's going to be Senior Day as well, honoring 3 huge seniors who have made a terrific impact.
Yeah, we need this week at home, and we need to get some momentum going our way, and we need to play well both games in Thursday, Saturday, just so we can feel good about ourselves going into the tournament a week later. Will be so fun to be able to celebrate, Schulte, Drapes, and Seisha, and the things, 3 different kind of players, a 5th-year senior, a transfer that played 3 years, and then a 1-year grad transfer. All have impacted our program in their own way, so to be able to honor them on Saturday is going to be a lot of fun.
Do you feel like they've been able to deliver their best basketball here in their final year as collegiate players? I
think so. I think it's always different, every year and what your role is and what we needed out of Drapes and Schulte especially was the leadership piece. And I think they've done a really good job. There's some young kids behind them, a really young group underneath them. They've been good role models and good examples for those players.
Well, we cannot wait to honor them here inside the Shack. Make sure you come on out and support Seisha Vanderpool, Abby Draper, and Abby Schulte for the NDSU Bison. Coach, always great to see you. Good luck, and we'll see you inside the Shack this week.
You bet. Thank you, Sam.
Jory Collins here with us on the Bison Basketball Show. We have much more to come. Glad that you're with us. When we come back, it was rivalry week on the road for the Bison men. Dave Richman will join us and break it all down coming up next.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Did you know that as we age, our immune systems don't work as well as they used to, making us more susceptible to vaccine-preventable illnesses? That's why I advise my older patients to get their recommended RSV, shingles, tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis vaccines for the best protection. Keeping them well informed helps keep them well.
Boost your knowledge and your immunity. Get vaccinated. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider.
Shields.com has everything.
Except the Ferris wheel.
Okay, it can't be done.
Shields.com still offers everything else the store does.
Yeah, like selection.
Premium brands.
More colors, sizes, and styles.
Easy in-store pickup.
Or fast, reliable shipping, vroom, right to your door.
Plus the Shields guarantee.
Shields.com has everything.
Shields.com really does have everything. Except the Ferris wheel.
Shields.com. Everything but the Ferris wheel.
Can I get in on that?
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your...
Touchdown! Woo. Mountain Dew.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann along with Bison men's head coach Dave Richman as we wrap things up here in our second half of the program. Coach, always great to see you. Got back from Rivalry Road, and here we are, final week of the regular season.
Yeah, certainly a good week, but not a great week. I thought we missed some opportunities Saturday afternoon and a great environment and a really good contest. But, you know, this time of year, it's on to the next one really, really quick. And it's crazy. We've got one game left in the regular season, Sam.
Yeah, one more to go. It'll be Wednesday inside the Shack against USD. We'll be all over that in a moment, but let's go back down Rivalry Road, as we like to call it. Two huge games on the road against rivals for the Bison, starting in Brookings Wednesday night, primetime. Coach, doesn't get much better, and Masen Miller started off from downtown.
Yeah, you know, South Dakota State they did a great job with their renovations, and for the first time us being there and a great crowd, and just could not say enough about the moxie of our guys. And I think that one of the stats that really stood out is we never let them get going more than a 5-0 run. And I think that did a tremendous job of keeping their crowd out of it, and just big shots, big plays from a lot of different guys. Obviously, Jackson was terrific for the majority of that 40 minutes, but big minutes there from a freshman in his first start in league. And Masen Miller's just been absolutely terrific for the course of the entire season, and just top to bottom, a very proud effort from the Bison.
Yeah, Javis Miller was also one of those guys who stepped up huge. He came off of the bench, 15 points for Javis.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been that guy. He's been that spirit, that energy here, creating an extra possession, and those are just big extra effort points, and you need those, especially in hostile environments on the road in late February.
60-57. This was absolutely filthy from Jakari to make it a 6-point game.
Yeah, just like you draw it up, right? I think at some point, right, it's just nice that you have the Jimmies and Joes, the talent just to go out there and make some things happen. And, you know, certainly Jakari, Javis, Jackson, Andy in big moments, Mason, you know, the list goes on and on. Fetty down the stretch. Just to top to bottom, a great effort by the Bison.
Then Javis driving in. He gets the old-fashioned three-point play in crunch time. 70-64 Bison. Take another look on the baseline. That would extend the lead to 7 with 2:37 to play. We're going to take another look at this, Coach. Noah Feddersen from Jackson Money. Huge moment. Noah really closed this thing down at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, just a great play by Jackson to recognize the double coming, and then for Fetty to finish it. And you're right. I mean, you and I talked about it post-game in just so many ways, shapes, and forms, what Noah was able to do and impact that game. A little bit there on the offensive end, but most importantly on the defensive end with blocks, with extra effort, possessions, rebounds. Really happy for Fetty.
77-68, the final score. NDSU over SDSU. Jackson led the way with 28 points, 4 assists, no turnovers. Both Millers 15 and 14 respectively. To wrap up the notes on this one, Bison snapped SDSU's nation-leading home game win streak at 16. First time that we've won back-to-back regular season games in Brookings since 09 and 10. So a nice win for the Bison down at the new First Bank and Trust Arena in Brookings. All right, Coach, time for one of our favorites. It's time for the assist of the game, presented by Ameriprise Financial Services. Every assist counts. Join Jason Bedford with Legacy Financial Partners in honoring the game-changing plays at NDSU. Just like every assist matters on the court, Jason Bedford's advisors assist you in building a winning financial game plan. We're going back to Noah's dunk. Jackson Money with the assist out of the double team.
Yeah, again, just the poise to be able to execute that play in a late game situation where he gets doubled, splits the double team, flips it to Fetty, and Fetty goes down and hammers that one. And again, that just kind of set the tone for us finishing that game down the stretch with some toughness, with some moxie, with some energy and spirit. Is great.
Nothing better than going down against your rival and winning on the road, right?
Absolutely, certainly.
It was phenomenal. And then we had another opportunity going up to Grand Forks to potentially do the same thing. This is Saturday afternoon. Bison against UND. NDSU looking for the season sweep, looking to keep North Dakota a Bison State. Turnovers forced by the defense were big in the first half, Coach.
Yeah, something that we haven't done very much, and so it was good to see us get some extra opportunities, and I believe we forced them into 9 turnovers in the first half. And you know, I tell you what, we provide a lot of entertainment for the people watching us. A couple overtime games last week, some games down to the wire here on the road, and we got to get better. We got to continue to get better this week as we transition into the Summit League tournament week. And a lot of that better is I thought we obviously here. Great call by Coach Strage and a great finish by, great execution by our guys, great finish by Mason. But we didn't rebound the basketball very well, in particular in that second half, Sam. And that's a mark of a championship team that rebounds the basketball. And we're not doing that to the level that we need to right now. And that's got to be an emphasis for us going forward.
Yeah, it was a 6-point lead for NDSU at the break. Then it was back and forth down the last 10 minutes. Luke Kasubke gets fouled, connecting on the three-pointer. Chance for a 4-point play. Unfortunately missed the free throw. Still a 3-point game. Jackson from the outside. He knocks down the 3. We're tied up at 63 with 8:07 to go. Last 3 minutes of the game. Mr. Clutch starting to come up again. 5 straight points. You see the 3 there. You're going to see a 2 in a second to give us a lead again.
Yeah, you know, Jackson didn't maybe have a Jackson Money type afternoon that we're maybe accustomed to, and that's going to happen from time to time. But he was clutch when it mattered, kept us in that game, got us this lead late, and but North Dakota just made a couple more winning plays than we did down the stretch, and I thought right there that's a microcosm of the game right there. Just a little bit more energy, a little bit more spirit that they had on the offensive glass, and were able to take advantage of it, and in particular too on some free throw box out situations.
Yeah, it came down to the final 11 seconds. Coach, walk us through this play. Jakari going downhill.
Yeah, we really got what we wanted. We did, and a nice draw again by Coach Strage, and we got to a great spot for a very talented scorer. I thought Jakari was, you know, had 26 on the night, and so to get him into those space, and really a 50-50 play. And you're not going to hear me complain about a call. Was it not? I'm not sure. But I know this, there was a lot of other plays in that game that we didn't make. We don't need to put ourselves in these situations, and credit North Dakota. That was certainly a very good college basketball game up north.
Came down to the wire, and UND edges it out 79-77 the final. Jakari led the way, 26 points for the Bison, 14 points from Jackson Money, and Masen Miller hit 4 more threes. He had 14 off of the bench, or in the lineup as well. Last one coming up, as we talked about, Coach, it'll be USD at home on Senior Day. Just one game to prepare for, and then we're turning our attention to Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely crazy to me that we're standing here today with only one regular season game left, but it's gone fast. The weather feels like it's changing a little bit, but also Wednesday night is an opportunity to celebrate 5 wonderful young men and the impact that they've had. And you know, Jory touched on a little bit too, and it's different ways, different shapes. Some guys here for 3 years like a Jakari, some guys only here once like a Jackson or a Mason or a Luke. But most importantly, the character, the integrity, the quality of young men. Could not be more prouder as the head coach of this program.
It's been pretty fun watching them all blend together with this group and do their thing. We'll have a great chance on Wednesday to honor them. But more on that in just a second. Let's take a look at our league standings here, Coach. Omaha still in the first spot at 12-3. St. Thomas lost at Oral Roberts on Saturday night, so they're 2 back at 10-4 in the 2 spot. SDSU in 3rd at 10-4. There we are on the 4 line at 9-6, and obviously USD be coming to town in 8-6 in the 5 seed.
Just craziness. It really is. I mean, credit to Omaha and Coach Crutch for clinching the league, but you just saw it this weekend where Oral Roberts beats St. Thomas. Kansas City drags South Dakota State all the way to the wire in Brookings again. And I tell you what, it's going to make for a fun and interesting, competitive Sioux Falls here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we cannot wait. All right, we'll take our last break. When we come back, Olaf Anderson feature time. We're talking with Masen Miller, one of the deadliest three-point shooters in the country. Has been a part of the Bison here for his senior season.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Did you know that vaccines can strengthen a young child's immune system? I know firsthand how sick young kids can get from childhood diseases. That's why I encourage parents to keep their kids up to date with their immunizations. It gives the best protection against severe disease while giving parents peace of mind.
Boost your knowledge and your immunity. Get vaccinated. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America fuel better. USA. Call today.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Shields.com has everything.
Except the Ferris wheel.
Okay, it can't be done.
Shields.com still offers everything else the store does.
Yeah, like selection.
Premium brands.
More colors, sizes, and styles.
Easy in-store pickup.
Or fast, reliable shipping, vroom, right to your door.
Plus the Shields guarantee.
Shields.com has everything.
Shields.com really does have everything. Except the Ferris wheel.
Shields.com. Everything but the Ferris wheel.
Can I get in on that?
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann and Dave Richman with you. Wrapping things up with this week's Olaf Anderson feature, talking with Masen Miller.
I couldn't ask for a better experience so far coming in here, and it's been exactly what I thought from a player standpoint. I love the guys, the coaching staff, and it's been a great experience, and keep it going.
Has the basketball been what you thought? I mean, you play in the Missouri Valley. It's a really good league. What did you need of the Summit?
Yeah, the Summit's a great league. Obviously, this is my first year in it, and it's been great competition, and I've enjoyed it so far.
Your mentality as a player, especially your specific role, how much of a short memory do you need, and how long did that take to develop to not linger on a shot?
Yeah, I've tried to focus on my mental toughness throughout the years, especially if shooting is a lot of my game. So just you can't focus on or dwell on the past shot, make or miss. You guys move on to the next play and choose the next open one.
How long did that take to develop?
Yeah, obviously when you're younger, it's a lot worse. I missed a shot. This is the worst. But having good coaching, good people around me in my circle have helped me kind of develop that throughout the years, and now I'm where I'm at.
Does it work on the flip side, Mason, where, hey, you make a couple like last night and then the confidence really get going, or is it not related to makes or misses?
Yeah, you try not to relate it, but obviously you make a couple early, and that always helps. But you try to keep it separate where no matter make or miss, the next one's going in.
People back home, what have you told them about North Dakota State and what this experience has been like for your third different stop?
Yeah, they've heard nothing but great things from me. People ask me what my experience is like, and just like we just talked about, I couldn't ask for anything more.
For yourself, was there any other sports that you thought of playing coming up, or was basketball always number one?
Yeah, baseball is another one. My uncle coaches baseball. He coaches the collegiate level and high school level, and that's something I really enjoyed, but it ended up being, my dad's a big hoops guy, and it was kind of ingrained in me that hoops was the way to go.
There you go, Masen Miller, coach. He has been terrific, and we're going to honor him along with our seniors on Wednesday.
I try not to have many regrets in life, but that's one of my regrets, and not being able to coach that young man for a few more years. Just everything that's right about college basketball, the character, the talent, the integrity, the maturity. Been a breath of fresh air for myself in this program, and certainly glad it's a short amount of time that we've been around Mace, but I'm very glad it's been very impactful for me in this program.
Coach, always appreciate it. We'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks, Sam.
For Coach Richman and Coach Collins, I'm Sam Neidermann. Go Bison.
The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.